There are going to be people who are watching this who will be looking at ways and means and how they can make their guest experience even better.
It's actually a fairly good story how Your Welcome came about. So myself and my business partner didn't work at all in this industry. We had just sold our previous business. Basically, we were just deciding what we were going to do next. And I convinced my wife, despite having 3 young kids at the time, that as Airbnb was really blowing up, we've got a house on the market. We got a lot of guests actually from America who love the outside of the building because it's 250 years old. But actually when they got inside the property, it was an absolute nightmare. It's an open fire. It's just a bit of a nightmare for people staying there. So basically how, being an entrepreneur by nature, rather than giving it to a property management company to deal with, what I decided to do was I recorded 7 videos of the 7 key things of how to answer any questions. So how do you make an open fire? How does a heating system work? And how to do it? And I left it on pretty crappy, I think it was an iPod Touch, that I just left out. And what happened was we went away and the call sort of stopped, and I came back and I looked at the iPod Touch and they hadn't cleared the search data. So I could see everything they'd searched just because I left out its iPod Touch. And they were looking for tourist tickets and stuff. And it sparked an idea in me that I felt that if we offered enough value to property owners to install physical hardware and we had access to search data, what would happen is we could match a highly spendy audience, the guests, businesses locally that are looking to attract those customers that you can't really market. And that's where the idea came from. One of the things we've always thought is that when you look at the hotel industry, hotel industry's changed a lot, right? They're no longer solely focused on occupancy revenue. I think globally it represents about 65% of hotel revenue if you look across all the major hotel chains now. And what they've done is they're not looking for mass occupancy, they're looking for good occupancy. And good occupancy means being able to sell services on top of it. So hotels have a massive advantage because obviously they have people on site, they can push people to restaurants, etc. And I think one of the things that the short stay industry is going to see quite a lot is an emphasis on selling services.